Hey guys, Michelle here with My Designs in the Chaos, and tonight I'm going to be painting a shirt. Sometimes, you know, you want the design on your shirt, but you don't necessarily want it to be in vinyl. And so I'm going to be stenciling it onto my shirt. I'm going to point you guys down so that y'all can see what I'm doing. As always, I appreciate a share or a like or a comment. That would be fun. It's always more fun. So I'm going to point you guys down so y'all can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. It helps me if y'all can give me a thumbs up or a like. What we're going to do is we are going to, I've already cut out my design on Freezer paper. It's on my cutting mat, if you guys can see that. And now I'm going to be painting inside of those letters. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to weed out my design. So I'm going to be painting it, so I want all the letters, the insides of my design, gone. When I cut it with the waxy side, I guess you would call it, the side that kind of has a wax on it. That side is pointed downwards. Okay, because that's the side that's going to go onto my shirt, that I'm going to actually use my iron to have it adhere to my shirt. But I'm just weeding out. I want to keep all the insides of my letters. So when I was cutting this, I just used on my silhouette. I have a silhouette, and so I used, I want to say it was like a 1, I did 1, 3, 5 is what I think I did when I cut it. No, so I did not mirror my design. You know what, I should switch that on. Let me switch this on here so y'all can see that it's not mirrored, so y'all can see what I'm seeing. There we go. Now y'all can see it a little bit better. So no, I don't mirror my design since I'm going to put it exactly like this on my shirt. But no, I did not mirror my design, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this up and move it to my shirt as a stencil. Because sometimes, you know, you want the design, but maybe you don't want vinyl, or you don't have vinyl in the color you want, or you want a little more like softer, distressed feel. Then doing it with fabric paint is a great way to do that. Now I have my design all weeded, and I'm just using regular freezer paper, so you guys can see, just basic freezer paper. I have a piece of, this is a piece of a carrier sheet from HTV that I was using earlier. It's just an old one, and I'm gonna place this on here just to help me move the design over. And then I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna peel off my mat. And you wanna do it really carefully because, you know, it's pretty, very, you got to be careful with it. You don't want it to rip. The carrier sheet should help with that. Let's see. This design is totally free. You can go grab this design at the link above, because it's like 3 different fonts. And so I'm just peeling up the carrier sheet. If your mat is super crazy sticky, don't do this because it will rip it. This is probably the trickiest part. I keep flipping it back and forth. So I just want to make sure all of those little pieces come off. There we go. Yep, that A. I want the inside of my A to stay there. Okay. There we go. So like if you don't have a carrier sheet to use, it can be a little more tricky just because it can stick. That's probably the hardest part about the whole thing, is peeling it off of the backing of the cutting mat. Okay, so now I have that cut. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip it over and align it on my shirt wherever I want it to go. So inside of my shirt I have just a piece of poster board so that the paint doesn't seep through. And for an adult shirt, you generally want to do about 3 fingers down from the top of the collar. And then once you have it, I'm just eyeballing again, y'all know. I could fold my shirt in half and do all that. And then I'm just going to press it down like this. I want to just give it one more look to make sure it looks straight. I think it looks pretty good. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Teflon sheet over it, and I'm going to press it with my iron so that it seals it on there. You don't want to do that too long, but just long enough where it adheres to your shirt because you're using it as a stencil. Oops, that A didn't go on there. My iron is on cotton, and I'm not using any water on it at all. So now I'm just peeling this off of here. So now I can put my carrier sheet to the side, and I'm going to press it one more time just to make sure that it's on there good. Just give it a little bit of pressure. Get a good seal because you're going to paint. Okay, so that clear was a carrier sheet from some HTV that I was using earlier. It was easy for me to be able to transfer it. And now, once you've ironed it, you'll be able to see how it kind of like sticks. Again, remember I'm doing kind of just a distressed, comfy look here. Okay, so now that I have my freezer paper totally adhered, now I'm gonna paint. And I'm just using Tulip Soft Fabric Paint. You can use any type of fabric paint that you want. And I'm just gonna dab it a little bit before I put it on there, and then I'm going to just paint like I normally would. The heat is what makes the freezer paper stick. You don't want to do this with wax paper. If you do this with wax paper, your shirt will end up being a ginormous waxy mess. You want to make sure that you get freezer paper. Like this, I want to say it was like last year, and I made a shirt for my son, and I did black and red. And so all you would do in that situation is, you know, I would just paint that word that color, and then I would do the next word the other color, and you would just kind of do it like that. Or if you wanted to do layers, you could do one like this in whatever color you needed, and then wait till it dried, and then cut the next one and do that one. But you could do the exact same thing on a heat press, totally, without even having to get the iron out. All you have to do is you just peel it up. Can y'all see if I peel this way? I can peel this way. Y'all can maybe see it a little bit better. This one is a Bella canvas shirt. I like them. They're super soft, and they're my go-to preference. And so now I'm just peeling it all up. I'm kind of rolling it up as I go so that the paint doesn't get back on the shirt. And then I'm going to pull out the inside. I used freezer paper, shiny side down, and I ironed it on there. And then, y'all, it is so soft. When you wash these things, it's like, I mean, these shirts are so super, super soft that with the paint, when you do them with the paint, be careful because I have a little bit of paint on my hands and I don't want to get it on the shirt. So let's see if you guys can, if I can turn it around. I'm not going to take it off the board yet because I want it to dry. I'm going to leave it with the cardboard in between, but you can see, let me put you guys up a little bit. So here we go. See, like how cool that is. But yeah, you can do this on a beach bag, you can do it on a beach towel, you can do it on any sort of fabric. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the cardboard in there just while it dries because I want to make sure it doesn't go through. But y'all can grab the file for this for free with the link above. No, don't be scared, y'all. It's so easy. Do not be scared. Y'all just jump in and try it. You can totally do this. You can get these. It's a set of introvert files. There's like 3 funny ones that you can go grab at any time. So as always, I appreciate if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, if you would share it. That continues to help us serve you guys even more. So tag a friend or share it with them. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys. Thanks for tuning in.